Hello everyone, my name is Thiago Filardo. Uh, I'm here to talk about my story with brain aneurysm. It all started in July. In July, I would say 15th, I started to feel dizzy and headaches and not blurry vision, but it was hard to focus when I was reading or when I was trying to concentrate at work or reading books or even playing video game. Uh, as we had started to renovate my house here, I didn't quite pay the proper attention to my symptoms. And next month in August 2018, it was last year, I started to feel more of the same, but with a ring in my left ear. So I went to my physician, my family doctor, and she said I might had some kind of a liquid in my inner ear, so it would be labyrinthitis. So she recommended me to a specialist in labyrinthitis, and she gave me some exercises, and she said, weird, the specialist said, it's weird because you have the symptoms of labyrinthitis, but you don't look to have something in your ear, liquid, right? Common liquid there. So yes, I did the exercises, but I felt that I was getting worse and worse. And I went back to my physician and told her. She did all the exercises that neurologists do. My movements were okay. I was working, I was driving, I was going to the gym. So I kept the August month, September with the same symptoms during the exercises that the specialist and my physician recommended. But in October, I felt really bad, October the 5th. And I went to a hospital close to in the same street that I live in, basically in Ontario, Canada. And they did an MRI because I was feeling a pain. Out of 10, it was 9, the headaches and the same symptoms, and I was having nausea as well. So they did an MRI, it was okay. After a couple hours at the hospital, they did an MRI, it was okay. No signs of stroke or anything of these conditions, right? So I went back to home. I said, okay, so I have nothing, right? And I went to work next day, October the 6th, yeah. And the other hospital called me, University Hospital. They called me and they said they had brain aneurysm. As you can see, my first language is not English. I speak Portuguese. So at the right moment, when the doctor's office said you have a brain aneurysm, I didn't felt it was something concerning. I didn't thought I know what's aneurysm in my language. I didn't link both of the languages. So uh, the lady told me on the phone that I have a brain aneurysm. They all paled and they said, "Dude, you gotta go to the hospital. You cannot even drive. You might die." And I said, "Oh my God!" I started to cry and I'm desperate, and I googled it, and then I realized what was that about. Went to the doctor. That same day, I spent 12 hours in the University Hospital in London. I saw the neurological team and the MRI, the CT scan, blood work. In another accent that I don't recall the name now, but they take a liquid from your vertebra, and if you have, sorry, my dogs. If you have a blood, any signs of blood in your head, they could detect it by taking samples of your of the liquid in your vessel. It was clean, hopefully, and they found the right side, pardon me. It was on my right side, and I started to investigate. I'd say 15 days about after that day, October 20th, I did an angiogram with contests. So they went all the way from your leg and to your brain, and they kind of make a 3D image of your aneurysm. So they found that I had aneurysm, which for my age, I'm 29 years old. It's weird, right? I don't have a drug use history, or I drink. I used to. Now I can't drink. For this at this moment, I cannot drink. But I did have an aneurysm, 8 millimeters. Sorry, millimeters. So I did have the 8 millimeters aneurysm, and they decided to operate it. So the surgery was booked in November the 23rd. Between the October 20th and November the 23rd, it was really hard for me and for my family, right? My mom came from all the way from home from Brazil. She stayed here, and it was hard on my wife as well. So it's not yourself that it's your whole family that is affected for such a situation like that. And we waited, we passed through this difficult phase, and on October the 23rd, I did surgery. They opened my head on the right side. You can see that it's still, and it's swollen. Sorry, it's swollen. And yeah, you can see if you look at my face, it's not usually it's like my left side, right? So they did everything here, and they opened it. Now I have a thick hair, so it's not possible to see it, but it went all the way here, over here, like a question mark ish. See? Now it's closed, but after the procedure, I stayed 8 days at the hospital. It was supposed to be only 4 days. What happened is that as I'm young still, kind of young-ish, my brain is, our brain, if you're young, our brain is bigger than a 60 years old person. And that means that when you do a surgery, an incision, and they open your head, they place the clips on there, it's hard for them to control the swelling, right? So it got swollen, and my vessels were compressed. When your vessels are compressed, you have seizures, right? Because there is no blood pumping out and not pressing through the way it was supposed to be. So I had seizures. I don't recall it. My mother was at the moment right there, and she said it was horrible. It was all contortion myself and making involuntary movements. I didn't recall it. It was not fun. The nurses, they came and check you the first night. It's like every 15 minutes they ask you to lift your arms, and they put lights on your face, and they ask you to talk to them, move your feet, and it's not fun at all. Every time someone checking on you, it was in an intensive unit care. I'm not sure if that's the name. And I stayed there for 8 days. I couldn't eat, nausea every time, headaches. And I was talking to them every time I felt something different. You gotta be honest and talk to them. But that was not the worst. Okay, guys, in the next videos you're going to see myself asking answering some questions about myself, the city I am, my name, my wife's name, okay?
Nome aqui,
Tá, já falo pra ela. Como é que é teu nome?
Thiago Filardo,
O nome da sua mãe?
Miriam de Souza,
Seu pai?
Sidney Filardo,
A sua esposa?
Mariana Xavier Cândia,
Onde que a gente tá?
em London, Ontário, no hospital,
Qual que é o nome do hospital?
University Hospital,
Qual país?
Canadá.
Moments, I would say it was not fun, because when you get home, First night to sleep is the hardest one, I would say, because you don't have that care. If something happens, you're not at the hospital, right? Even though I live really close to an hospital here, it's hard for you to go there, right? You know what I mean? So anyway, and the hardest part for me was that my left side was numb after the surgery. And that was what happens, because when you're changing something here, your left side is affected. So it's the opposite. That's what the nurse and the neurologist told me. So after they placed 3 clips in my Fusiform. So guys, not quick break. Fusiform aneurysm is the second one, okay? It's like your vessel becomes the aneurysm. Fusiform aneurysm, and I did another CT scan after on the last day after I was released from the hospital. It was getting better, so they sent me home. I was feeling numb. I guess for a whole month I couldn't move too much my hands. Here it was way bigger. I'll post pictures for you guys. But it was hard, and it was November, so December, January, and in February I saw my neurologist. I did another CT scan, and the clipping, the aneurysm is gone, right? No risk of rupturing. I guess they have 0.5% of annual risk of rupturing, but I'm okay now. I'm moving my hands, I'm moving my feet. Cannot go to gym, I cannot drink, I don't smoke, so it's not a problem for me. But if you smoke, you should stop right away. Those are the risk factors you are seeing on screen now. And movements, I cannot lift more than 5 pounds for now. I cannot work, obviously, so I'm on sick leave. And I saw the doctor on February the 1st, and I still have blood in my head. But they didn't bother to open and drain and take it off, because your organ, my brain, is supposed to absorb it. So for now, I'm taking my time, not working. I walk the dogs. That's the most I do. I cannot drive because of seizures, so I'm having medication. And I'm having anxiety medication as well, because it's not it's not easy on you, right? But I'm okay, thanks God I'm okay. And I'm about to see the doctor on March the 3rd, 21st, and I will see the neurologist, on April. So I'm hoping that everything will be fine. If you have questions, please contact me in my Instagram. It should be here at some point, somewhere. Or you can go to Bathfound. I'll put their website here. They have lots of helpful tips, right? But I wish you the best, and if you have questions, I'm here. And I praise for you if you're watching this, that God will help you and you pass through it. I passed. So many people are passing through it, and just be strong, okay? And go check yourself. It's not easy, and it's not something you shouldn't be bothered with, because if you have some symptoms, you should be checked up, because it's not simple, and it's not something that it's not like a cold or a flu that you can live on and forget about it. You gotta be checked up and solve the problem and live your life. Okay? Thank you so much, and best of the luck for you.